Hello everybody, 10th of November. As the wind seemed to be a bit strong inland, I headed for the coast. I didn't expect this much sunshine. I got down to Weston Supermare, surveyed the area, walked up and had a look at the dunes, got the glider rigged and thought, well, I can climb up there on my own. And there's the dunes, about nearly just a third of a mile long, I suppose they are. There's the takeoff. You've got those gorse on that side, and on the other side you got the gorse there. So as you take off, your wingtips are just touching either side, so you don't want to get caught in. There's the glider. I just need to climb up. Well, as I started climbing up, one of the land yacht guys, a chap called Alan, come over. Thanks Alan for helping me, and he made my life easy. And it's only a little climb up there. A fit person could do it no trouble, but when you've had 2 heart attacks and you've got bad lungs, it's hard work, and any help is welcome. So within minutes I was in the air and I had a nice flight. The dogs ran up and down underneath me, and what with chasing seagulls all day as well. Lyra, my colleague, done her foot in and she was limping all night. But anyway, I had a nice flight. It was lumpy. The wind was spot on the hill, believe it or not, and yet it was still lumpy. And out to sea, the kite boarders were out there, but they were just out past the breakers. And there were some, it looked like 4 or 5 foot breakers, so God knows what. It wasn't the wind, because the wind strength wasn't that much. The wind on the beach itself in front was 15-18 mile an hour, and on top of the dunes I walked right back past where I took off, and it was blowing 25 on top. And in 25, believe it or not, it's easier to get blown back than you will in 40, because the lift band isn't going up so good, and your glider don't fly so fast. So it's hard to explain it. If you know how a glider flies, you probably understand what I'm saying. Anyway, I come in for my first landing, and for some reason I was convinced while in the air, in actual fact it might have changed when I was landing, I was convinced it was coming from the left hand side. So I set myself up for a slight left hand landing. With the Cherokee, not a problem. The main reason I landed was my carpal tunnel in my wrist was playing up. Yeah, as I say, on top of the dunes it was 25 mile an hour. Yeah, with the straight bar, my wrist killed me, because I don't only have to push backwards and forwards, I also got a grip to stop my hand going along the bar. So it'd be nice to have a B-bar on this old glider, I must admit. I'll see if I can make one out of one of my B-bars in the shed. I've got loads of hang glider bits hanging about. But I've done a couple of speed runs, done some nice turns, but just what dune gooning's all about. Just getting up, chucking it around. See the dogs underneath? They love it. They're right at home. They go in one way, I turn around and they go back the other. Here's the landing anyways. You see I come in slightly off. Not a problem though, as I say. But once you're near the ground and you're slowing down, and you're about to land, and you realise you're going sideways, you haven't got the speed to get the control to get back into the wind, so really you do need to get it right. But as I say, I've never come unstuck yet. I've always survived. Yes, thank you Alan for helping me. As I went up the second time, he came over again, and the second takeoff was just as good as the first. But by God, the air was rough that second time. So I wasn't in the air so long. It was, it was lumpy and bumpy. But I haven't put a lot of this flight on, just to take off and land in. But I was well happy, had enough flying. In between this, I will say I had a few trial takeoffs on my own. And by the time I did this takeoff, I was totally knackered through climbing up that little dune on my own. So when Alan come, I really needed help that time. Anyway, this time I got the landing a little bit better. And as you see on the beach, it's just a matter of stepping off a stone. Yeah, flat land. I come down, I turned the camera off, and the wind was picked up. So I walked backwards and I did a takeoff, and off I went, up I went, and I thought, whoa, hang on, the camera ain't on. So I landed and I come down. This was the second go. But with the camera turned on, the wind didn't play ball. Started lifting me off. A couple of times it lifted me off. Back for another go. But it was just not enough. On the one, it actually lifted me off. I climbed away. I got up to 10-12 foot, and then the wind just dropped. And that was it for me. The day was over. I was really knackered. and I had a good day, and with sun like that all day long on the beach, we was sweating all day. It was a really nice day. And the old Cherokee, what a gorgeous glider. I don't know if you noticed the centre tubes there. There's some bits of tube in, the grey stuff. That's what I've done the alterations. Jason Board done it on his years ago. So every Cherokee I've had, I covered it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Come join me on those strong wind days. Pete out for now.